Hey everybody, welcome to your 2 o'clock tasting and a keto tip. My name is Stephanie. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. I did not flip the video around, so we're going to do that real quick. Oh, clearly you don't want to see a whole bunch of laundry on the other side. So let me try this again. Hey, where are you tuning in from? So funny. I feel like you can't see my face, but you probably don't want to see my crazy hair. I am tuning in from Minnesota. You guys, I'm going to tell you this. Our day did not go how we planned, and that's okay, right? And then do you ever just kind of feel frazzled and you're like, but not frazzled, like adaptable. You have to be adaptable. Today was an adaptability day. So as I'm doing my hair on here, because I didn't like how I'm looking at you, where are you tuning in from? How are you? Oh, it's one of those, it's a great day. The sun is out, just have to be a little bit more adaptable, and our day had changed, which we chose to. It's great. Super thankful. All right. Ketones and a tip for you today. I actually have a thought for you, and it'd be super interesting to see what you say. And the thought is this: as I'm shaking up my ketones, I want to talk to you about different meals. Like, what does that look like as I'm yanking all this hair out of my head? Different meals, meaning breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Here's the question for you. In your mind, what is the most important meal of the day? What is the most important meal of the day? Now, if you were a cereal company, you would say breakfast. For the longest time, we were all programmed to believe that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? Now, I used to say, well, let me pre-frame this. Some of you say breakfast, right? Where do you think that quote came from? The most important meal of the day was breakfast. The cereal company. Oh, I'm going to shake up my mom fuel. You guys, you have to be extra patient with me today. This is what I'm shaking up, and it's one of my favorite flavors. And I know I say that about everything. So, okay, breakfast, right? All right. That's from Mr. Cereal Man. Some of you say lunch. Some of you say dinner. If you know my husband, which you don't, and sometimes you get a sneak peek of him, my husband loves everything that has to do with biohacking your body. Everything that has to do with doing anything that is going to make you better. That's why we actually started on this journey of keto. And he dove into understanding ketones, and it wasn't even about fat loss. It started that way, but brain fuel and how your brain can function at its optimal level. My husband studies things like red light therapy. We have an entire red light bed in our house. We have everything you could think of that would be a biohacking thing for your body, between these things you stand on and they shake your body, between this, I call it the space tube. It's like a red light infrared sauna bed, and we have red lights in an entire room, and we have these red light things for your face, and we have saunas and a big sauna outside that's a steamable sauna. I mean, like, this is what he does. And recently, and I'm gonna get to the point of the food in a second, because he asked me this question today. And so he has been studying frequency, like sound, and the power of sound and what it can do to your body, good or bad. It's actually very interesting. Anyways, he woke up this morning and he said, he goes, hey, what's the most important meal of the day? And I already know it's not breakfast. That's something I learned a long time ago. So, and especially like if you're feeding, even for your children, if you're feeding your kids cereal or like something sugary, that's not helping them in school. Don't hate me. I'm just letting you know. If you want to feed them eggs or bacon or sausage, totally fine, right? So I said, dinner. To me, I was like, well, dinner. People that do OMAD. Has anybody ever done OMAD, like one meal a day? A lot of people like to do that. And he said, no. My husband like listens and learns, and he says the most important meal of the day, from what I'm learning and how your body functions at the most optimal level, meaning, let me say this, the largest meal of the day should be your lunch. And he's learning about the most optimal times to work out. He's talking about the power of sleep in this thing he's talking about, the man said, if you cannot get your sleep under control, like if you sleep terribly, everything else will fall out of whack with your health. He's like, the number one thing that is super, super important, I feel like my nose is running, good grief, is your sleep. And then after that, so he said, there's the most optimal times to work out. This is, I'm just paraphrasing what he was teaching me today, is like between 7 and 9 a.m. and between 5 and 7 p.m. And then he said, you don't need breakfast. You should have your largest meal, lunchtime, and then that gives your body a certain period of time to process all of the food, and then you have a lighter dinner, and then you go to bed. And he was talking about the different stages throughout the day and how your body is like a machine. And he was talking about how there's certain times in the day that your body works on the liver and certain times of the day where it works on the lungs, and it like cycles through things. Anyways, I'm not a scientist. I'm repeating what he said. But it made sense to me. And I said, okay. So if all I think of what's the most important meal of the day, what you mean is what should be your largest meal? Clearly, it should be lunchtime, right? Because then you have a good amount of your day for your body to process the larger amount of food, and then you eat a light dinner, and then you go to bed, and your body isn't working so hard to process all of the food, but it's going to do everything else it needs to repair. It's rest and repair. I cannot see what you're saying, but I'll come back through it. Listen, I'm not an expert in this. My husband does all of this study. He loves it. He loves studying anything about health and fitness. But all the weird things, not like medicine, like biohacking, saunas and red lights and brain therapies and frequency and waves and all of those things. That's what he's into. So today's conversation was about the meal, and it actually made sense to me. So my tip for you actually was to simply pay attention to how often you're eating, because we actually are not meant to eat all day long, first of all. If you are constantly eating snacks every hour to 2 hours and you've got these meals, your body isn't meant to be processing food all day long. So that's number one. Number two, because it needs to rest and reset. It needs to work on itself. And so I thought, oh, that would be a great awareness to actually just pay attention to how much food we're eating and then go, when should I actually be eating, right? So if you switched, it would be interesting to see how you feel. Has anybody had a really large dinner too late at night and then didn't sleep well that next night? I did that the other night. We had a crazy day. We didn't eat dinner till after horse lessons. I didn't get home till about 7:30. We probably didn't eat till 7:45, and I did not sleep well that night. And I woke up and I was like, man, I just didn't feel like I slept. And then I thought, we usually don't eat that late. And for whatever reason, my body just, I don't know. But my thought was maybe I shouldn't have eaten that late, first of all, and I probably ate too much, right? And so logically, if you don't know any science behind it and you don't know anything other than common sense, to me would say, yeah, I should have my largest meal for lunch so it can work through my whole system, and then I have a lighter meal in the evenings. It's not really a keto tip. I should change it. It is a thought for today. It was just a thought that I was like, okay. Interesting. I can go with that. So what we were going to have for dinner tonight, I actually gave the kids for lunch, leftovers. I don't know. I don't even know. Listen, it is a thought. It would be interesting to study and see what you think. All right. Somebody asked what I'm drinking. I do a 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Sometime during the day, I do a keto tasting and a keto tip. And so I'm shaking up I stirred up my mom fuel. Sometimes I shake it up, and it's a packet of ketones. So I've been drinking it for years and years. I love it. It's my mom fuel. It can be dad fuel or anybody fuel, but it puts you in ketosis in under an hour. It's incredible. It's simple. You put it into some water, you stir or shake it up, you drink it, and you've got ketones in your system. So it's energy, focus, fat loss, incredible mood. It helps with your sleep in the evenings. Ketones in general are brain fuel, appetite control, and so much more. So if you want to know more about my mom fuel, first of all, I have a winner. So we do winners. Every time you press the share button, let me know that you shared, and I draw a name every day. So we have a new winner of a 3-pack, and her name was Kelly Robison. It's not Robinson. It looked like it was Robison. Robison, Kelly Robison, you won this one. Congratulations. So I need your address. Send me it and I will shoot this in the mail to you for you to try. If you want to know more, I want you to post 5 in the comments and I want to talk to you. I want to know what your goals are, how long you've been doing keto or low carb. Maybe you're just starting. And then I want to show you some videos, or if you just want a foods list, I can give you that too. So if you're brand new and you've never had the foods list that I send out, and listen, I don't make a specific menu for anybody. I will give you a very basic guide if you like breakfast or you intermittent fast, if you want some lunch ideas and some dinner ideas. And I did a little video a while ago that explained how to get started in like a little eight step process. If you've never had that list, which it's not extensive and it's pretty basic, just post food in the comments and I can get that to you. So I don't have your macros on there, but if you're brand new and you just want to get started, post food in the comments and I can help you. If you want to know more about ketones, it is incredible. If you hear the pounding on the ceiling and it sounds like an elephant, we have our friends 6 kids over. So we've got 10 kids upstairs and it's wonderful. And I love all the giggles. That's why I need this for the rest of the day. And they're having a lot of fun. So anyways, I didn't really have a tip for you, but I really had a thought. I hope that was okay. The thought. And it really, everybody's different. You can do so much research, even on keto, and there's different ways to do keto, and there's different beliefs in how you should do it, right? Everything you Google, you're going to get a pro and a con. Same with ketones. I'll tell you this. Not all ketones are created equal. We have the only naturally fermented ketone. I've been drinking it for 6 years, and I can feel it, and I love it, and it's incredible, and it's changed my life over the course of 6 years. But I'm not a scientist or a doctor, although I have some great resources for you. But you can go research what is the most important meal of the day. And people may say breakfast. Some people may say lunch. Some people are going to say dinner. Honestly, what people need to understand is this. Maybe this is your tip. Your body is different than mine. Your body is different than your husband's or your boss's or your best friend's. And so in order for you to understand how your body functions with certain foods, I'll tell you this right now. You have to pay attention to your body and what it's telling you. Are you hungry? Are you tired? Are you exhausted? Do you need some water? Like, you can't just go hand the same two people the same basic food diet weekly menu and expect to get the same results. Everybody's different, right? And I'll tell you this, I learned a lesson today, and I might not look like I'm in a lot of pain, but I made meatballs the other day for the kids. It's just meatballs with some cream cheese and a little bit of sour cream and just like a little sauce with some garlic. And I ate them for lunch and I realized, I remember why I don't eat a ton of heavy creams. I don't ever use heavy whipping cream anymore because I feel like trash when I drink it. And then so I don't make fat bombs anymore. So I don't really use cream cheese or a lot of sour cream because it's so heavy. I often tell women, like, if you feel bloated or you're like, it's usually the dairy. And I forgot. I made this meal. I haven't had it in a long time. I was like, oh, I love these meatballs. And then I just ate some and now my stomach is in knots. I actually feel like crap, just so you know. I don't feel like crap. Like, I feel energetic. Like, I feel good here, right here, not so much. And the reason I want you to know that is because now I have to tell myself next time if I make the meatballs it's a great dish to take places, or even like other people love it, I physically can't eat it anymore. Like, I will never eat these meatballs again. And I forgot that I can't have a whole bunch of cream cheese or dairy. I just can't. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. I wasn't going to tell you how crappy I felt, but I'm going to. I feel great and crappy at the same time. Crappy, good. Make sense? So anyways, man, this live was not going how I actually wanted it to go, but it doesn't really matter. I think you all are great. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always responding, and I'm always here to help. So if you've got questions, send me a message. Continue to tune into the page. There's always recipes. You can go to ketomomsecrets.com. It's all one word. ketomomsecrets.com, and I have tons of recipes if that's what you're looking for. If you prefer Instagram, I'm on Instagram. Keto Mom Secrets. Actually, we're on so many platforms. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Gab, I think Telegram, which I don't ever send telegrams. Is there anybody here on Telegram? I think I'm going to start doing a tip of the day, and it's a quick scroll through and you don't even check anything. I might start doing more on Telegram. Anyways, just think about it. Pay attention to your body, and that's how you're going to learn how your body reacts and responds. Yours is different than mine. And then you're not going to eat like your husband or your wife or your best friend. You're going to eat for you, right? My kids like those meatballs. I will not eat them again. I need to drink more water. Pay attention to what your body's telling you. Are you hungry? Are you not? Are you tired? Do you need some more sleep? Do you need to go work out? Listen to your body. It is super, super important. So that's all I've got for you. I hope you have an incredible day. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, post 5 in the comments. Otherwise, also food. You can post food in the comments and I'll give you some food ideas. Congratulations, Kelly Robison. I need your address. If you press the share button, your name will go in for the drawing tomorrow. Okay, everybody, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.